A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case.
I called Auto Accident Help Desk and got help for my pain and suffering.
Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney. Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call if you've been injured in an auto accident. Call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation. We're open 24/7.
Call 800-297-9788, 800-297-9788, 800-297-9788.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thanks for tuning in to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It is Wednesday, September 7th.
Well, Las Vegas Metro Police are asking for help in identifying an individual who has taken the life of a reporter who spent his life giving back in public service on the front lines. Las Vegas Metro Police have released a video and photos of the person believed to have stabbed to death a Las Vegas Review-Journal investigative reporter by the name of Jeff German. Police are asking for the public's help finding more footage and helping identify the suspect. On September 3rd at approximately 10:33 in the morning, Las Vegas Metro Dispatch received a call in regards to an unresponsive man outside a residence at the 7200 block of Bronze Circle. Arriving officers and medical personnel pronounced the 69-year-old victim deceased at the scene. Detectives have been able to locate the images of the suspect. At this time, it appears the suspect was potentially casing the area to commit other crimes before the homicide occurred. Police are asking individuals to review their video camera at home and businesses to see if they captured the suspect in the area of Vegas Drive in Rock Springs on September 2nd between the hours of 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. The vehicle the suspect was driving appears to be a red GMC Yukon. Police say the stabbing stemmed from an altercation that German had with another person. The images show a person wearing a wide straw hat, bright orange reflective long sleeve shirt, blue jeans, gray shoes, and carrying a black or dark blue shoulder bag. German, whose reporting career spanned about 40 years, died from multiple sharp force injuries, according to the Clark County Coroner's Office. Anyone with any information is urged to contact the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Homicide Section by phone at 702-828-7777 or at Crime Stoppers NV.
And on Monday, September 5th, at approximately 8:58 a.m., Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Trooper conducted a traffic stop on US 93 at mile marker 75 in White Pine County for an equipment violation. This location is about 20 miles north of Ely, Nevada. The vehicle was traveling northbound on US 93 when the trooper observed the violation and initiated a traffic stop. Upon contact with the driver, the trooper observed signs of possible criminal activity and requested consent to search the vehicle. The driver granted consent to search the vehicle, and then a game warden with Nevada Department of Wildlife arrived on scene to assist the trooper. The search yielded approximately 56 pounds of suspected fentanyl with an estimated street value of $3.6 million. The suspect was arrested and charged with numerous drug-related offenses. The investigation is currently ongoing and no further information is available at this time.
And DMV police have arrested another individual, again, for selling a stolen vehicle online. Police with the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles arrested a Las Vegas man suspected of selling a stolen vehicle online. 23-year-old Chad Anthony Livingston Cook was apprehended without incident on August 26. He allegedly listed a car, a 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300, on OfferUp and sold it for $14,000 cash to an out-of-state buyer at a local casino. The buyer then returned to New Mexico only to learn that the state's DMV that the vehicle was carrying a fake title. Investigators say that Livingston Cook communicated with the victim through OfferUp and later by text message, allowing Nevada DMV officers to link him to the unsuspecting buyer. Following a weeks-long investigation, officers alleged that an accomplice of Livingston Cook's fraudulently obtained credit from an unrelated second victim to purchase the vehicle at a local dealership before it was listed on OfferUp, which is an online service. Investigators were also able to tie Livingston Cook's phone number to the fraudulent credit application through Livingston Cook, and he refused to identify any co-conspirators. The arrest is the second made in August by the DMV officers pursuing a fraudulent online vehicle sale that Livingston Cook has now been booked into the Clark County Detention Center on 4 felony charges and 1 gross misdemeanor, including the unlawful transfer of interest in a motor vehicle. Anyone who believes that they have been the victim of a fraudulent vehicle sales scam is urged to contact the DMV's Compliant Enforcement Division at 702-486-8626, or you can go to dmvnv.gov. That number again, 702-486-8626, or dmvnv.gov.
And District Attorney Chris Arabia spoke to News 25 about an animal cruelty case that has been in the court system for 4 years.
Philip Peng was in court before Judge Robert Lane last week. The man who was being held for 2 charges of animal cruelty back on July 28th of 2018 was in court for a status check on his case. During this case in 2018, there were allegations made that a person with Peng's description to have allegedly threatened an employee at a local donut shop here on Highway 372 in Pahrump. Deputies were dispatched to Peng's property and found a tortoise with a hole drilled in the end of its shell. According to police, there was a chain looped through this drilled hole. Deputies also found that the desert tortoise was approximately in a 10-inch deep bucket of water. At the time, Nye County Sheriff's deputies subsequently removed this desert tortoise from the location, placing it in protective custody, seeking the help that it needed. Peng allegedly stated that he drilled these holes with a power drill in order to attach the leash to it. Peng also stated, according to police, that he placed an S-hook inside of the hole first, and the hole started growing bigger. Deputies say that Peng filled that first hole with epoxy and allegedly proceeded to drill a second hole for another chain. Peng spoke a few words during this status check.
Percival was my first PD. He wanted me to go for evaluation without my consent, but I went anyway. So I come back with a flying collar, good and competent to stand trial.
I remember.
So it's been a long time now.
Right.
I've been waiting for 4 years to go to trial. So as we talked to you, I used the word trial. Percival is no longer a PD, now he's a DA.
Right.
You can ask him if he wants to prosecute me or not. Give it to me a yes or no.
Chris Arabia spoke to News 25 about what is happening in this investigation.
All right, there are 2 cases, and with Mr. Peng, one of them is the one that you just described, which is basically an allegation of animal cruelty having to do with the desert tortoise that you described. And then that one is on hold. He also has a case he's charged with assault with a deadly weapon. And that one, we're setting a status check for September 12th, basically to see where we are in terms of competency evaluation. I guess there were some questions raised about that. And as a result, the animal case is also on hold. But those cases go back quite a while. And, Mr. Peng has spent a considerable amount of time in custody on those cases. There was the pandemic, obviously. There's been a lot of turnover with the public defenders. And so all of these things have kind of led to this case lingering for quite a while, but here we are and we haven't forgotten about it.
All right, well, we have more local news on the other side of this break.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MILLION. That's 702-900-0000.
At Saida Trudeau, we have a commitment to integrity. We treat you like a neighbor, not a number. We want to earn your friendship, trust, and business for life.
We strive to offer the most competitive pricing, consistently checking nationwide to ensure the best prices.
Life gets busy. Don't add to your stress. Whether you need sales, service, or auto body repair, we're conveniently just minutes away. You can even make an appointment online.
Buying at Saida Trudeau keeps your tax money local for roads, schools, and emergency services. Not to mention, you'll pay a lower sales tax here in Nye County.
We have Nye County's largest inventory and access to thousands more. If we don't have the car, truck, or SUV you're looking for, we will find it for you.
We service all makes and models. Our mechanics are Chrysler and ASE certified, giving you confidence and peace of mind.
Saida Trudeau is the only locally veteran-owned and operated franchise dealership in Nye County. We are proud to call Pahrump home. Come visit us in person or give us a call at 775-455-3435.
Find us online at SaidaTrudeau.com and like us on Facebook.
At Nathan Adelson Hospice, we know that when your loved one no longer wants to treat their life-limiting illness, their priorities change, and it's a tough decision. But the Nathan Adelson Hospice team is here to guide you so you can focus on what truly matters, your time together. And for almost 50 years, Nathan Adelson Hospice has been the organization Southern Nevadans trust. It's the choice of a lifetime. Choose Nathan Adelson Hospice.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bell Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Hi, Gunny here from Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. The season has once again changed and it's time to have your unit service inspected for the cold weather. Then when our tech is there, ask him about our service contract, which includes a spring and fall service and a 10% discount on any repairs for a full year. So call us, Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating, 775-727-6800, license 78175. That's Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by John Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call 775-751-2372.
Welcome back. Well, a suspect in a sexual assault case against a child in January of 2021 has been arrested. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has arrested a person by the name of Cameron Southard. He has been charged by the Nye County District Attorney's Office with one count of sexual assault against a child, lewdness with a child under 14, and incest. According to the criminal complaint, on January 23rd of 2021, deputies were called to a residence here in Pahrump in regards to a child by the age of 4 years old that had possibly been molested or raped by Cameron Southard. On March 21st first of this year is when the criminal complaint was signed by the Nye County District Attorney's Office. Southard was arrested on August 23rd and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. He is being held on a bond of $105,000.
Welcome back. And the City of Las Vegas gives an in-depth look at water resources in the area and the ever-receding Lake Mead Reservoir, which not only impacts our state, but surrounding states as well.
Every year since 2002, we have watched Lake Mead shrink, each year hoping it was just a fluke. But now 20 years later, we know it's not. It's a 20-year drought. Fortunately, while many of us may have just hoped it would fix itself, there were smart folks who were already at work preparing for the worst.
That the Southern Nevada Water Authority produces a 50-year water resource plan every single year. And that resource plan takes population projections that we receive from UNLV's Center for Business and Economic Research. We take that population projection and we convert that to a water demand. That then allows us to get a very good look over the next half century of what our water demands are expected to be based on what our population growth is projected to be.
Those population projections have been spot on. We continue to grow, but thanks to ironclad plans on how to deal with a severe water shortage, we're doing what skeptics thought was the impossible.
Since this drought started in 2002, 2 decades ago, our community has reduced its consumption of water from Lake Mead by 26%. Yet our community during that same time period has grown in population by more than 750,000 people. That's a nearly 50% increase in our population during that 2-decade period. Today we are supplying less water to more people than we did 20 years ago.
Granted, our successful conservation was driven by strict allocations on the amount of water we can take from the Colorado River. Right now, Southern Nevada is allocated 300,000 acre-feet of water. In 2023, due to the continued drought, that allocation will be reduced to 275,000 acre-feet. But here's the good news. Thanks to water conservation practices our community has gotten on board with, we have learned to live with less. Even less than the 275,000 will be allowed.
Water use last year was 242,000 acre-feet, and we are on track this year to use that much water, if not less, going forward. So our community has been preparing for these shortages for 2 decades. This is why we have implemented aggressive conservation programs so that we could be prepared to do that over a 20-year time period rather than trying to make all of these cuts and all of these conservation decisions on the flip of a dime.
Conservation programs such as strictly limiting outside watering. In 2003, development codes prohibited any new homes from having front yard grass, and more recently, grass in backyards has been banned as well. Commercial development is also not allowed to have grass. So new construction today uses 50% less water than existing development. While that may sound like a drop in the bucket, keep in mind the emphasis is on outdoor watering because water used outdoors is lost forever. Water used indoors is 100% recycled.
If it goes down a drain in your home, whether that's the sink, the laundry, the shower, regardless, as long as it makes its way into the wastewater collection system, all of that indoor water use is reclaimed, treated to clean water standards, and recycled back to Lake Mead through the Las Vegas Wash. So our indoor water use is like a perpetual motion machine. It's water that we continue to be able to use over and over again.
We can live on less water. We've proven that for 20 years, but it is a community-wide effort. We can all do our part. Here's how.
The number one thing that you can do is eliminate your grass. If you have grass at your home and the only time that you walk on it is when you're pushing the lawnmower, that is grass that is considered to be decorative. It is a non-functional grass and it is just drinking our water supply.
Trade in green for green. Apply at snwa.com for a rebate of $3 for every square foot of grass you remove. Secondly, change your watering clock 4 times a year to meet seasonal watering schedules. 3 days a week in the spring and fall, 1 day a week in the winter, and any day in the summer except Sundays, and never between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. And when we get free water from Mother Nature, just turn your watering system off altogether for a couple of days. Adjusting your system can save you up to $300 a year on your water bill. And finally, remember, we're all in this together, and no one wants to fail.
The other thing that I would say is keep in mind that everybody in Southern Nevada that is working on water issues, that is helping to manage regional water supplies and make decisions, we're all Southern Nevadans too. We're invested in this community just as much as you are. Our goal is to manage those water resources so that we can continue to enjoy the quality of life that every Southern Nevadan has come to know.
All right, well, at least we got some info on what's going on over there.
We did. We definitely did. We'll be back with more local news right after this break.
Hurt in a wreck and don't have health insurance or money for co-pays and deductibles? No problem. At Lerner & Rowe, we can get you the medical treatment you need with no out-of-pocket cost. And we don't get paid till we win your case.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Everyone deserves quality health care, but not everyone can afford it. That's why Silver State Health Services is providing high-quality, cost-effective health care to those who need it the most. Whatever your status, uninsured or underinsured, from babies to seniors, primary care to behavioral health, our mission is to offer everyone access to quality, affordable care. Silver State Health Services, dedicated to building a healthy community. Make your appointment today at silverstatehealth.org.
Norma Jean here with your Pahrump Real Estate Update. We currently have 205 homes on the market, another 384 pending, and 533 have sold so far this year. We have many new starts in the Valley, providing buyers with the opportunity to buy new if new is what you're after. And the forecast still looks promising through the end of the year. Although interest rates are rising, buyers are still able to buy. For more information, call Realty Executives in Action at 775-727-5858.
The hardware store that has it all. Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware. Quality tools including a massive channel lock product line, plumbing, indoor and outdoor growing supplies, custom hydraulic hoses, custom paint matching, key cutting. And we're more than just hardware. A huge hobby and art department, homeopathic remedies, Myers Natural Cleaning Products, Duke Cannon men's products, gourmet nuts and licorice, local honey and bee pollen, and all kinds of unique gifts. Shop local, everything. If you don't see it, we can get it at Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware.
There are two ways to file your taxes this year, the basic way and the Melbourne way. With the Melbourne method, we use your life events to determine the biggest refund possible. So don't be basic, use Melbourne. What we know will make you dough.
Who are you talking to?
What?
Call 725-266-3403 for a free consultation. The number again is 725-266-3403. Use Melbourne this tax season.
A car wreck can be one of the worst times of your life. Injuries, car repairs, and now the insurance company doesn't want to pay? Lerner & Rowe has the experience and proven results to take you from wreck to check.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, a new survey from Cleveland Clinic is highlighting what men know about their health and what issues concern them most.
When it comes to men's health as they age, a survey from Cleveland Clinic found sexual health is a big concern. Of those polled, 44% are worried about erectile dysfunction, 39% with loss of sex drive, and 36% with low testosterone.
I think that this is something that men realize can change with age, and many men may not realize that it can happen to men of all ages.
Urologist Dr. Peter Bayich says the survey had some other interesting findings as well. Like more than half of men, about 58%, incorrectly think low testosterone is the most common cause of erectile dysfunction.
In fact, most men who have erectile dysfunction, particularly over age 50, it's much more likely to be a consequence of cardiovascular disease like hardening and narrowing of the arteries. It can be due to diabetes and all sorts of different things. A relatively small percentage of men have low testosterone as the primary cause of their sexual issues.
In addition, the majority of men incorrectly believe that they are more likely to get prostate cancer compared to any other cancer.
Prostate cancer is very prevalent, but there are a number of other cancers that are also very common.
Dr. Bayich says this is why it's so important for men to go in for routine checkups, which the survey shows they are not doing. 55% say they don't get regular health screenings.
Men across the board need to take better care of their health. I think what we find is that men tend to be more reactive when issues arise and maybe less proactive. So by getting routine health screenings, by really understanding your health status, that things can be detected earlier on.
For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
Well, Dr. Bayich says it's also important for men to know their family history. The survey found 77% don't know their family history when it comes to urological issues, and 64% don't know their family history when it comes to cancers.
And here's Darby with a beautiful but shy cat available for adoption at our local shelter.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Darby here at the Nye County Animal Shelter, and today we are joined with Moo. Moo is the one right here, the little black and white tuxedo cat. She is beautiful. She has beautiful green eyes. She is quite shy though because she is a bonded pair with Callie right over here. They're sisters. They came from the same home, and just because of the new environment, lots of loud noises, lots of banging and things like that, dogs barking, so it's quite scary for them. They do enjoy cuddling together. They wish that they would go together, so if you're looking for two kitties, these two would be an amazing group to go. They are both around 3 years old, both females, Callie and Moo. If you want to come and see either of them here at the Nye County Animal Shelter and spend some time with them in the kitty cat interaction room, you can give them a call at 775-751-7020. They're located at 1580 East Ceres Lane, right across the street from the Nye County Treasurer's Office. They also have a Facebook page, which is the Nye County Animal Shelter.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, well,
dark cloud coming over.
And I also hear rumors that we might have some like cooler temperatures.
Cooler temperatures are in the way. We're going to see that. John's going to have a full forecast update for us right after this.
Thank you for once again voting the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza Best of Pahrump as #1 in vehicle sales and service 4 years in a row. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our amazing lineup of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, along with tons of high-quality pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. Plus, get your vehicle's value, a free credit score, even get pre-approved. Our goal is finding you the right vehicle and making it the right price. Need your vehicle serviced? PahrumpCars.com has you covered. Click on Service and Parts to schedule an oil change, tune-up, or any repair, big or small. Our ASE and GM trained technicians do it all. While you're there, check out our new accessories page and customize your ride today. All accessories can be shipped directly to you or be sent to the Auto Plaza for easy installation. That's PahrumpCars.com.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a sweltering Wednesday. Yes, we're the station that put the swell in swelter. How about that? Fernley Fallon, 101, 103 degrees. Oh my. Carson City checked in at 97. Seemed almost pleasant. Then you get to Tonopah, 95. That's the coolest spot in the state. Very nice. Goldfield saw 97. Beatty up to 106, 109 out there in Amargosa. That's your hot spot. And Vegas close behind at 106 degrees. Out in Death Valley, it's 120 miserable, sweltering degrees. And here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. 103, that's where we're at. That's our current temperature. 105 just a little bit earlier. Winds giving us a little bit of cooling action out of the south-southwest to 13 miles per hour as the sun rose this morning in all its glory, hope, and promise for a new day at 6:20. It'll set this evening at 7:02. It'll be a gorgeous sunset, beautiful clear skies, wonderful star watching tonight in a low of 79 degrees as those winds whisper to us gently out of the east and southeast to 8 miles per hour. Humidity kicking up to 28%. Does that smell like clouds, perhaps. Let's take a look. Yeah, in fact, we have clouds the next couple days and building towards a big rain event on Saturday. Temperature's going to drop out of the sky down to 83 degrees. That'll seem pretty pleasant on Saturday. Sunday, Monday, we have some leftover squalls. They don't really mention much on Sunday, but Monday, 15% chance of rain. And temperatures for the rest of the week, about low 90s, 93, 91, 99. Hey, looking pretty good for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Get past this last little spat of post-monsoon, and we shall be on our way. But make your plans for a bowl of chili or something good on Saturday while the temperatures are cool. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
You know, I'm waiting to see how that rain is going to pan out, the prediction of it, because I know, and everybody knows that all the rain goes around my house and rains everywhere else but except my house, and that's how it always is.
Come over to my house because I seem to get it over there.
I know, exactly, and a bunch of my plants they're just not liking this really hot weather, I got to tell you, but I'm looking forward to it if it does in fact rain.
Cooler temperatures and 52% chance of rain.
We'll see what happens. I know that we, of course, have the 9/11 events that are happening.
That's right.
The Rotary is having it at the reflection area, which is in the Calvada Eye. That starts at 8:30 in the morning on 9/11. But the Second Amendment Guns has changed their craft fair and their big event that they were having last weekend. They changed it to 9/11. So they are having that this weekend as well, because that was going to be their first Sunday event that they were having. So if anybody wants to go to that, they're on Basin Avenue. Second Amendment Guns is having the craft fair on that day, and I believe it all starts at 8 a.m. So if anybody wants to go on by, we also will be posting new flyers on that on our KPVM Facebook page, and of course we will be having an interview on the 9/11 event coming up in the next day.
Perfect. Well, that does it for us tonight.
All right. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna.
I'm Stacy.
Good night.
Good night.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on